Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Giggity, real name is Mark, and in today's video we are going to be going over one good thing and one bad thing about every Call of Duty multiplayer. Specifically the multiplayer, obviously, because I'm a multiplayer kind of guy. Alright lads. Really quickly before we get into the video, I wanted to apologize because I haven't uploaded in like 3 days now, and I've been doing really good with my upload schedule recently. I've been uploading like every day, and I slacked off. That's all there is to it. That's all. I'm not going to try and make up some YouTuber excuse. Nope, it's my fault. I slacked off. I got distracted, and I just didn't make videos. That's my apologies, man. I do apologize for that. But we're back, baby. I want to get into like the YouTube rhythm, man. I want to upload every day, just be like actually on time and stuff like that. And so, gotta hold myself accountable when I do things wrong, and I did something wrong there. You know what I'm saying? That's my fault 100%, and I want to apologize for it, man. But we're back, hopefully, to uploading every day again. So. Hopefully, but who knows? I always get so freaking lazy sometimes, and it's bad. Either way, movie of the day is Transformers, the very first Transformers, one with Megan Fox in it. Mwah. I think she was in 2 of them actually, but the first Transformers, absolute dime piece. But the movie itself is great. I obviously like story movies too. Don't get me wrong. Like, look at any of my other movie of the day recommendations. Most of them are story movies. But dude, sometimes I'm not afraid to admit, man, I like to just turn my freaking brain off and watch some cool cars transform into like metal men that just kill people and fight each other and banging and explosions and stuff like that's cool. I'm a guy. I'm an American guy too, gosh darn it. All right, I like to watch some cool things sometimes, and I think it's cool. So I'm putting Transformers 1 here as the movie of the day. Sue me. Without further ado, let's get right into it though with Call of Duty 4, because we're only doing it from COD 4 to Black Ops 6, with Call of Duty 4 and one good thing and one bad thing about every Call of Duty multiplayer. And I think for the good thing for COD 4, it's pretty obvious, and that is just, I know it's kind of like a cheap way out or whatever, but I think it's worthy of saying it. It started it all. It started it all. It freaking put modern Call of Duty on the map. It paved the way for what the franchise that we all know and love. Like, yes, I know Call of Duty 1, 2, and 3 came out before it, obviously, but their multiplayers are forgettable at best, okay? There's just nothing to do in them. There's no creative class, no kill streaks. There's no perks, no nothing. There's no, like, nothing is in that game is like worthy of mentioning, whereas COD 4 brought all that to the forefront and was just like, yeah, here's an actual fun, grindable, rewarding multiplayer experience, and you gotta give credit where credit is due. However, for the bad thing about Call of Duty 4's multiplayer, I'm gonna go with hit registration. It's no surprise that the game was made in freaking 2008, or no, actually it was made in 2007, my bad, 2007, and so it makes sense why the hit registration is bad. I'm not blaming Call of Duty for having bad hit registration at the time. Every game had bad hit registration, but it's pretty obvious, especially if you go back and play it now. You can see that, yeah, the server's hit reg is just horrible, and it makes it not the most fun to play, since we've been pampered, to be fair, in 2025 with incredible hit registration in almost every game, and so you can easily notice it in those old games now, and unfortunately it's pretty bad in COD 4. As for World at War though, oh, by the way, we're not going to be doing COD Mobile either. I don't play COD Mobile, and yeah, that's all there is to it. I don't play COD Mobile, man, and I don't think of it as a mainline COD title anyways. It's really not. It's like, there's no story. It's just a multiplayer, like, mobile game. Either way, for World at War, the good thing about World at War is the atmosphere. I mean, dude, their Call of Duty has lost this tenfold. The closest they've had to like an actual like atmospheric cool Call of Duty in recent modern CODs, I would say, was probably Modern Warfare 2, where it was still kind of trying to go for modern warfare realism. And then, but even then, it was kind of thrown out the window. Like, nothing nowadays matters anymore. There's no theme to any of the games. World at War's atmosphere was just incredible. It made you scared. It made you kind of disgusted, which I know is kind of like not the right thing you want to be feeling when playing a game, but it's a World War II shooter. That's how they felt, and I think it's just really, really good. I think the atmosphere is incredible. And the bad thing, though, for World at War, and I know, again, people are going to sue me for this, and they're going to freaking want to come to my house with pitchforks and torches, but it's the lack of content. Yeah, man, I'm going to say it's a lack of content. There's just not much to really, like, grind for and work for in World at War, and maybe that's my modern Call of Duty. You know, I'm a Call of Duty shill or whatever. I'm a TikTok kid that needs something going on the screen all the time. Dude, no, I think the vast majority of people don't play World at War, okay? I go back and try to play it, and you can barely find matches. So there are all these people saying, like, oh, well, this is because you're a TikTok kid. You're probably on the modern ones too, man, all right? You're not back there playing it. And the one other reason why, because it gets boring after a while, unfortunately, when there's just not much to work for. That's not me saying it's a bad game. It's fun to play, something like 1 or 2 games once a month, you know? But it's not like a game that you can, like, really sit down and, like, actually put some hours into and really get to learn, in my opinion. As for Modern Warfare 2, in my opinion, the best thing about Modern Warfare 2, because there are a lot of good things about Modern Warfare 2. This is not the one I started with, by the way, for those who are wondering. I started my Call of Duty experience on Black Ops 1, so everybody else started on Modern Warfare 2. I kind of feel left out sometimes, because people are always like, oh my god, that was peak gaming, first Call of Duty I ever played, and I'm always like, oh, I was a year late. But either way, Modern Warfare 2, I think the best thing about Modern Warfare 2 is literally everything is meta. That is so much fun, way more fun than having just one thing be meta. To be honest, there is, like, if Modern Warfare 2 Remastered or something came out today, everybody would just use the ACR, because that's just how Call of Duty players are nowadays. And so it's really not Call of Duty's fault when it comes to, like, how there's just no, like, creativity or no uniqueness when playing Call of Duty nowadays. But yeah, man, back in the day with Modern Warfare 2, you could use anything and get away with it because everybody else was using anything and getting away with it. Sure, there was a couple sweats using the ACR or even the UMP sometimes, but for the most part, people were just trying things out and having fun. It was so cool. I love that. I miss that. I miss that feeling. And Modern Warfare 2 had it the best. As for the worst thing about Modern Warfare 2, though, I'm going to go with hackers. This is a modern thing, though. I want to make that abundantly clear. If you were playing back in the day, this was not a problem for you. But nowadays, Modern Warfare 2 is just so riddled with hackers. It's actually unbelievable. And it's not like unplayable, but it just takes a lot longer than you would want to spend playing a Call of Duty game to look for a match and find one that's actually worth playing, which is sad. As for the best thing in Black Ops 1, like I said, this is my first ever Call of Duty experience, and so in my opinion there's a lot of great things about Black Ops 1. The atmosphere I think is great in this game too. Oh my god, everything, the gold camo is incredible, the maps were incredible. But I'm gonna go with, and I know this might be crazy, man, the COD points and the wager matches as the overall best thing that truly sets Black Ops 1 apart from anything else. Having the way COD points works in Black Ops 1, by the way, is not nearly how it works today. You just earned them by playing the game, and it's literally like it's almost like you would get paid in-game dollars to buy items and attachments and camos and whatever it may be. That I do think, I wish, obviously the one thing I would change about the COD points is I wish you could earn the camos and earn the attachments just by using the gun rather than spending the COD points on them. But everything else about the COD points was absolutely incredible, and it was so much fun, man. The way they did that was so much better than the way they do it nowadays. And on top of that, the wager matches. Yeah, the wager matches, for those who don't know, they were like gun game, one in the chamber, sticks and stones, sharpshooter. I think those were the 4 modes. They were fun little party modes, but you could wager like you're gambling on these game modes, and if you won, you made your COD points back and then some. If you got second, you made your COD points back and then some, and if you got third, you made them back just flat out, and you didn't really like make any money. But as for if you lost, you just lost your COD points. Like if you placed 4th to 8th, you just lost your COD points, and it was a wager, and it was freaking fun. It got me addicted to gambling when I was 10 years old, and now I go to the casino almost every other month with my buddies, so that's probably where it all started. As for the bad thing in Black Ops 1, though, I've been rambling a lot with the Black Ops 1 good, so everything feels weak. It's like the opposite that MW2 has. It's kind of annoying because in Black Ops 1, even though it's an old COD, it does feel like you need to use the meta guns in that game, and you really can't try out other guns because they're just so bad. Like, everything in Black Ops 1 is so weak compared to just the AK-47, Galil, and FAMAS. Like, if you don't use the Galil, FAMAS, or AK-47 in that game, you just don't stand a chance. The AK-74U and the Commando are kind of, like, slightly viable, and obviously the L9 is a fun weapon that you can use if you're just trying to go for some cool clips. But besides that, I mean, you don't have anything, and it's really kind of unfortunate. As for MW3, however, this was so Black Ops 1 was obviously my first Call of Duty, like I said, but this was the first one I got at launch, midnight of release. Was super excited and was like hyped up and learning things about the game. I had a whole book, and I remember I used to read like just things in the big massive book that I had when I was like couldn't play the game, because my dad would, back in the day, my dad would only let me play games like at certain times because he didn't want me becoming like addicted to a screen, obviously. And so I would just look at like the book. I freaking loved MW3 is what I'm trying to say, and it was the first Call of Duty that I really like put a lot of time and effort into. And in my opinion, the best thing about MW3 is the maps. There are very, very few maps in Modern Warfare 3 that miss, and like Interchange, not great. Downturn, not great. I'll admit it. Those maps are both a little bit weak. Every other map is great. Mission is incredible. Carbon's incredible. Obviously, Dome is incredible. Resistance is incredible. You guys all know that already, though. Lockdown, great. Like, there's so many others that I'm probably forgetting. Seatown, oh my god, Seatown was so much fun. Fallen was a little bit big, but I still enjoyed that. Like, maps were incredible. As for the bad thing with Modern Warfare 3, though, I'm going with death streaks. This was not included or introduced in Modern Warfare 3. It was introduced in Modern Warfare 2, but I feel like they went even harder in Modern Warfare 3 with it, which makes no sense because No one liked it in Modern Warfare 2. No one did. And as a matter of fact, I remember there being like a clip of like one of the developers in Modern Warfare 3's reveal being like, oh, don't worry, we got rid of death streaks, or we made them easier, or something like that. He said something along those lines, and he was just flat out lying. Because no, they're worse. They're way worse in Modern Warfare 3. Death streaks are annoying. They're freaking frustrating. This is like the first time Call of Duty ever tried like experimenting with rewarding players for being bad, and now we have SBMM. We have it all to thank from this game, unfortunately. Speaking of SBMM, by the way, guys, have any of you guys played the Battlefield or the Black Ops 7 beta yet? I played like 6 games, I would say. I'm level like 10 in the beta, and it was all in the open playlist. I didn't touch it until they were like, hey, we have a no SBMM playlist, and they freaking caught me by the horns. I was like, god dang it, all right, fine, I'll play it. And so I played the open SBMM whatever playlist, and sure, it feels better than having SBMM in the game, but the game feels exactly like Black Ops 6, unfortunately. It's a Battlefield year, let's just leave it at that. Either way, for Black Ops 2, I'm so excited for Battlefield, man. Friday, it's all it needs, man. Friday, 5 more days. Black Ops 2, the best thing is sniping, period. Black Ops 2 is incredible, obviously. Most people's favorite Call of Duty. Definitely not mine, but most people's favorite COD of all time. And oh my god, the sniping scene in this game was absolutely incredible. The DSR and Ballista and XPR 50 were all decent freaking options and fun to use. Obviously the Ballista and DSR being better than the others, but oh my god, it was satisfying to just hit some freaking clips with these guns. The sounds they made, no, admittedly they weren't as good as like the L9 sounds. The L9 sounds were just absolute perfection, but sniping in this game was peak. As for the worst part about Black Ops 2, and I know I might get some slack, because if you say anything negative about Black Ops 2, you get slack nowadays, because it's just that loved. But man, this is my opinion, the atmosphere. Yeah, I think the atmosphere, I think actually this is what Black Ops 7's main problem is too, honestly, is this like slightly futuristic atmosphere where they're still kind of like trying to take themselves seriously, but we all know that it's not serious because it's futuristic, is not great in my opinion. It didn't really work in Black Ops 2 in my opinion, and it's not going to work in Black Ops 7, I think. I just don't like this atmosphere. That's my opinion, obviously. Maybe there are some people out there that do like this atmosphere, but I don't. Coming in for Call of Duty Ghosts, this was hard because I had to find something that I liked about COD Ghosts, and that's a tough thing to do because there is not much I like about this game. But I did find one thing. The game is extremely unique for a Call of Duty game, and that is a good thing, I think. This is, again, at this point in Call of Duty's life cycle, people are already, I mean, again, this is how long it's been since people have been complaining in Call of Duty, but yeah, people were already complaining about how every COD is the same, year after year is the same. That was back in 2012. And Ghosts changed up the formula quite a bit. Yeah, it's still spawn, die, run at your enemy and kill them, but everything in this game felt so much slower. It felt much more tactical, like your opinions mattered, or your decisions mattered, which in my opinion is not what I'm looking for when I play Call of Duty, which is why I think Call of Duty Ghosts is one of the weakest titles in the game. But if you were somebody that likes stuff like that, I mean, go back and play COD Ghosts, man. People literally sit in grass all game and just wait for somebody to run by with an M27 thermal and kill them and get like 4 kills a game, and are like, yeah, that was great. That was awesome. It was a great time. So it's really unique, and it's a completely different experience from any other Call of Duty out there. And so that's my good point about COD Ghosts. As for the bad thing, it's the maps, obviously. I mean, the maps in this game are freaking horrible, and it makes the game so slow and painful. Again, there are definitely some people out there that like that, and if that is you, go play COD Ghosts. You would love it. If you like the slower, extremely slow, as a matter of fact, Call of Duties, you'll love COD Ghosts. The vast majority of players, though, I don't think are looking for that when they buy a Call of Duty. It's Call of Duty. It's an arcade shooter where you're running at people as fast as you can and just getting as many kills as you can, just going over the top action. And COD Ghosts maps prevent that from happening. It's so slow and so annoying. Advanced Warfare, the start of the jetpack era, the start of where people were like, oh my god, what is Call of Duty doing? And now people look back at it and are kind of like, oh my god, that was really fun. It was fun. It was absolutely fun. But either way, for Advanced Warfare, the best part about it is the movement, for sure. The movement in Advanced Warfare is just, dude, I don't care, man. I like jetpacks. I do. I've said it multiple times. I don't think it should be like an every year thing, and I think that's the reason why people got so freaking mad when Infinite Warfare was released, because it was 3 years straight of just jetpacks back to back to back. But if they made like a jetpack COD once every 3 years, I would be so happy with that. I really would. I think the movement is so fun and different, and there's such a big learning curve there, and it's fun. It's great. But as for the bad thing about Advanced Warfare, I'm gonna go with, and this is kind of like a broad blanket statement, but everything in that game is, I feel like, is just forgettable, man. I know it's crazy to say, but dude, there's like, yes, okay, you have the ASM one, you got the Moors, and you got the Val 27. Those are obviously memorable weapons for us because we're Call of Duty fans. But those aren't, like, besides the Val 27, those aren't weapons that are like so iconic that you can mention them to like anyone that just plays video games and they know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? Like the ballista, you can mention that to anybody and they're going to know what you're talking about. It's a Call of Duty gun. Like the commando, they know what you're talking about. The Galil, they know what you're talking about. But when you say like Bal 27, ASM 1 more, nobody's going to know. And then if you go even crazier, HBRA 3, EPM 3, people don't know what those are. And even the maps were forgettable. Like everything about this game I think was just forgettable, unfortunately. Black Ops 3, it's a cheap knockoff, or not cheap knockoff, but cheap caveat. I don't know what the word is I'm looking for there, but it's a cheap way out, I guess, because it's the same thing I'm going to go with for Advanced Warfare for the best thing, the movement. I think it's actually better in Black Ops 3. I think Black Ops 3's movement is actually the best movement we've had in COD history. I know it's crazy to say that, I know, but I do think it is. It just makes for so much fun when you're flying around the map and actually like controlling your character in the air. I think it's a lot of fun, and the movement in Black Ops 3 is, in my opinion, the best part of that game for sure. It's just great. And then the worst part about that game, it's a no-brainer. I think everybody agrees here. Supply drop weapons. Now, supply drop weapons were introduced with Advanced Warfare, and nobody really liked them in that game. But to be fair, you could get almost any one of them. You just couldn't get the best variants, but you could get them and still play with the new weapons. They just wouldn't be the best variants pretty easily. It wouldn't take that many supply drops. Black Ops 3, I mean, it takes freaking forever, and weapons themselves don't have any variants anymore, so it's so hard to even get one. I opened 65, I want to say, supply drops in a video one time and got the KVK99M, which is the AN94 remaster pretty much, and that was it. In 65 supply drops, I got one new weapon. And imagine if that was a duplicate. You're just screwed, man. And that was $100 worth of supply drops. It is horrible. And this is my favorite Call of Duty. For those who don't know, I freaking love Black Ops 3. It's my favorite. But every time I think about the supply drops in this game, it makes me mad. And it could have been like literally the perfect first-person shooter, in my opinion, at least, if they just didn't have this. It's just so sad. Infinite Warfare. Finding something good to say about Infinite Warfare. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is kind of like the opposite of Black Ops 2. Like, if you say anything bad about Black Ops 2, people hate you, but if you say anything good about Infinite Warfare, people hate you too. I think there are definitely good things about Infinite Warfare, and as a matter of fact, the thing I think is best about it is the weapons themselves are extremely fun. Man, every weapon has some sort of gimmick in Advanced Warfare, or Infinite Warfare, and almost every one of those gimmicks kind of work in that gun's favor. Now, there are definitely some that are just kind of regular old guns, but man, the weapons were fun. They were unique, they were different, and that's why I like the thing, okay, about Black Ops 7, one thing I love about Black Ops 7 so far is actually the weapon variety. There are a lot of weapons that are new that we've never seen before because the game is futuristic. That's the thing I like about these futuristic CODs, is it allows them to be really creative with weapons and maps and things like that. And Infinite Warfare showed that off really, really well. As for the bad thing about Infinite Warfare, though, the setting. Yeah, obviously. I mean, going futuristic is fine. Don't get me wrong. Advanced Warfare did it fine. Black Ops 3 did it fine. And even, Black Ops 2 definitely did it fine. And again, I just think it's personally that side of futuristic wasn't great. But this is just too much. This is just way too much, man. It feels like I'm fighting astronauts. It doesn't feel like I'm fighting soldiers. It just, Infinite Warfare went a little bit too hard in the futuristic vibe, and it just feels weird. I don't like this setting of Infinite Warfare. We're not going to go over Modern Warfare Remastered, obviously, because we already talked about Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare Remastered did fix the hit registration problem, obviously, but it also introduced a new problem, which was supply drops, unfortunately. Either way, for World War II, I think the best thing about it is the community behind it. Even in 2025, back when it first came out, man, it was that was like peak Call of Duty. Everyone was just like happy, you know? No one was really complaining that much. It was just like, but you just got off of Infinite Warfare, so people were fed up with that game. And all like the people that were like complaining just went over to Fortnite at the time. So most of the people still playing Call of Duty were like actual Call of Duty fans, and we were just kind of having a good time. And now even today, it's a good community. And especially, and I think honestly a big part of that is because of the HQ. Like the HQ is such a good way of like just making players feel like connected to each other again. And it was just like a fun, refreshing Call of Duty experience, even back in the day and nowadays in 2025. It just feels happy over there. It feels like a happy, fun game, man. As for the worst part about the game, though, the perk system. Yeah, the perk system in World War II, it still is bad. At launch, it was horrendous, but it still to this day is not fun. You have divisions, and all the divisions have like a set amount of perks that we know and love from the past put into them, and you can't really mix and match, unfortunately, which is the part that sucks. And then you can choose one, whatever they're called, combat focused or something, I can't remember what they call them, but you could choose one. Field ordnance, I don't remember, but whatever, you can choose one of those and it will have like another little side effect, and that's it. It's just not great, man. The old perk system works better. But if that's the only thing I can complain about World War II, that shows it's a pretty good game. I looked it up real quick because it was going to drive me nuts. It's called basic trainings. That's what they call the perks. I don't know. I don't know why they're calling it that. Either way, Black Ops 4. The best thing I think about Black Ops 4 is the specialist. This was not the first Call of Duty that did the specialist. As a matter of fact, I think that was Black Ops 3. Could have been Advanced Warfare though. See, this is what I mean. Everything about Advanced Warfare is forgettable. I don't remember if Advanced Warfare had specialists in it or not. I know Black Ops 3 did, though, so I'm going to assume it started with Black Ops 3. But Black Ops 4 perfected it, and it's not even close. I mean, Black Ops 4 specialists actually made a difference. Like, they made a major difference to the game. And it was really freaking fun to try out every single specialist in the game. It was great. I honestly, if they do any sort of specialist idea again, they need to bring it back in this way. This is the best way they did the specialists ever. It actually was a big change and a big difference to Black Ops 4, and it felt fun. It felt, well, it didn't feel fun, but it just felt different and unique, and it felt fun to use a specialist. Let's just leave it at that. As for the worst part about Black Ops 4, again, something that everybody kind of complains about, the time to kill. Yeah, 150 health, and the fact that people can just heal up right on a split second. Oh my god, man, it was just so frustrating. So frustrating, dude. It just made for just like, it was just, oh my god, just hit marker galore. It was annoying. It was not fun at all. The time to kill was just so freaking, it felt like, honestly, dude, it probably took just as long to kill somebody in Black Ops 4's multiplayer as it does in modern Warzone, which is insane. That's just crazy to say, and it was way too high. We are at Modern Warfare 2019, but before we get into Modern Warfare 2019, I have one major disclaimer to talk about. All modern games, all modern Call of Duties from this point forward suffer from the following: extreme greed, way too many cheaters, and not enough content for multiplayer. Obviously, I understand Warzone became a big thing. They had to balance content updates with both multiplayer and Warzone. I understand that. But content just kind of, for multiplayer, it just feels like they're lacking recently. They're just kind of doing the same thing, recycling it over and over again. Hey, new season, new maps, new gun. There you go, get excited. Mid-season, we'll give you another gun and then some more maps. And it's just a little bit sad. And so I just want to make that abundantly clear. With modern games, those all kind of are the bad parts of them. But I didn't want to just sound like a broken record for these modern ones, so I tried to change it up for each one. Modern Warfare 2019, my bad. The best thing about that game, though, is the gunplay. Easily. Guns actually finally had recoil again. It was a while since that last happened, but Modern Warfare 2019, guns had recoil. They also had visual recoil, and the gunplay itself felt so unique and different depending on every single gun you used because of the gunsmith, and it was freaking awesome, man. You could change a gun. You could turn a gun that used to be an SMG into an assault rifle, or an assault rifle into an SMG. You could do whatever you wanted in this game with guns, and they all played differently, and they all had their pros and cons. It was great. Like, obviously, yeah, there were the broken guns, the MP5, M4, MP7. There were some, it was freaking AMAX and the Grau. There were some nasty guns that were definitely meta or better than other guns, but every gun felt fun and extremely unique and fun to experiment with, and it was great in Modern Warfare 2019. But the worst part about it is the freaking maps. Oh my god. I don't know what they were. The maps in Modern Warfare 2019 are arguably worse than Ghosts. Like, I don't know what they were thinking with the maps in Modern Warfare 2019, man. They were just so freaking large. It's like, I understand they were trying to cater towards casuals. I get that, and that is a downside, and I wish they didn't, but they didn't have to go this hard with it, because this is just sad. It is camper's paradise in any 6v6 mode besides Search and Destroy. Like, everybody looks at it with rose-tinted glasses because Search and Destroy, and that's like all they played for the whole year, because it was all you could play. Everything else besides Shipment 24/7 or Shoot the Rusty Ship, which was just Shipment, Shoot House, or Rust, everything besides that playlist and Search and Destroy was unplayable in Modern Warfare 2019 because the freaking maps sucked in this game. Another real big good thing about this game, though, that I want to bring up is the realism, too. The realism of Modern Warfare 2019, they went all out. This game was, like, freaking great. Black Ops Cold War. We just talked for 2.5 whole minutes straight about Modern Warfare 2019. Yeah, it's gonna be a long video. I'm yapping today, man. I got my yap hat on. As you guys know, I got ADHD, so some days I can, like, stay on track, and then some days my ADHD's acting up and I just go off the walls. And I guess that's today, because we've been yapping today. Black Ops Cold War, though, I think the best thing about Black Ops Cold War is the OG feeling in a modern Call of Duty setting. I know it's kind of weird and just such a weird thing to say, but allow me to explain. This game feels like a real COD, like a Black Ops 1, a Black Ops 2, a Modern Warfare 3, Modern Warfare 2 Call of Duty, but with all the glory and wonder that the modern CODs do bring us. And I know it's blasphemy to say that nowadays, but yeah, there are definitely 100% things that modern Call of Duty does better. Content, for example, is one of them. Hit registration is one of them. Graphics. There are a lot of things that modern COD does better. And this game has all those good feelings that the modern CODs do, while still feeling like an OG COD, and I love that. I love it for that. But for the bad thing, which is ironic because it's something that was in the old CODs and they just decided to get rid of it for God knows what reason. The prestige system. Who in God's name ever asked for this seasonal prestige system? It was the worst idea I think Call of Duty has ever brought out, and they changed it pretty freaking fast. It took 5 actually, so actually maybe it wasn't that fast, but it took so many CODs until they finally changed it, and it was so frustrating. It wasn't fun at all. Modern Warfare 2019 technically introduced it, but this one was the worst in my opinion, especially because when Vanguard came out, you didn't even really get to keep your emblems either, which were the emblems of Black Ops Cold War for prestiging were so much cooler looking than the Vanguard emblems, and you didn't get to keep them, and it's like, it sucked. The prestige system in Black Ops Cold War was horrible, and I don't know why they decided to change it. Call of Duty Vanguard. This is my least favorite COD of all time, for those who don't know. I played until I got to Prestige 1 on Vanguard, and then pretty much never touched it again. I don't even think I was around when this game had its Season 1 update. I don't think I was playing Vanguard for very long at all. I hated Vanguard. I still to this day am not a big fan of it. I've come around to it a little bit, but God, I can't play it for more than like 30 minutes at a time. As for the best part of Vanguard, though, I had to find one thing, and I'll give it credit where credit is due. The pacing for modes, like there's like blitz pacing and like poop sack placing, and like there's like middle finger pacing. I like the pacing. I think the pacing was a cool addition, and it made for some bit of a change. It wasn't like the biggest, most drastic change that you really noticed or whatever, but it was okay. I think the Vanguard pacing idea was kind of cool. As for the bad thing, though, I mean, there's so much to say, but the big one, the one that really strikes you and hits you in the feels and makes you really upset, is the realism. I mean, they just threw it out the window, and for a World War II shooter, I feel like it's almost disrespectful, which is insane. Like, I guess for Modern Warfare games, it's like, oh my god, yeah, you gotta run around playing with Nicki Minaj, which is definitely not fun, but it's not like an insult or whatever. In World War II, you're buying a game because you want to play a World War II shooter. You want to be in that World War II setting. That's the reason why you're buying the game. And if they don't give that after promising it, it's insulting. And it's also insulting to the people that obviously fought in World War II. But even for just like the regular players, it's like they did not care at all. You can make so many cursed weapons. You could run around with like weird skins that obviously don't make any sense for World War II settings. And then at one point they were just like, at one point during their life cycle, they were literally just like, okay, you know what? World War II doesn't matter anymore. Let's start releasing modern guns. The BP-50, the EX-1 isn't even modern. It's literally futuristic, and they added a futuristic advanced warfare gun in a World War II game. The BP-50 was already criminal, and then that was like satanic rituals levels of criminal. Like, that was horrible. I don't understand what they did with the realism in Vanguard, and it pretty much killed the game and cemented it as one of the worst CODs of all time. So listen to your freaking followers, Call of Duty. Modern Warfare 2022, in my opinion, one of the most overhated CODs of all time, period. I liked Modern Warfare 2022, man. Maybe that's my OG veteran status where I like the game. I don't really care too much about like, oh, my movement is perfect. I don't really care if the movement's great. I just want the maps to be fun and flowing, and I think Modern Warfare 2022 delivered on that. As for the best part about Modern Warfare 2022, though, I'm going to go with the graphics. Again, this is another thing, maybe it's my OG veteran status saying, but I think the graphics in Modern Warfare 2022 look realistic. And it's really shiny and nice. It's almost like Modern Warfare 2019, but even better, honestly. And I love the graphics in this game. It's a realistic-looking Modern Warfare shooter, for the most part, until they started adding Nicki Minaj and 21 Savage. But before that happened, it was freaking cool. I liked the graphics a lot. And it literally, in terms of graphics alone, again, it felt like an OG COD graphics wise, but with modern hardware limitations, obviously. As for the bad thing, though, for Modern Warfare 2022, I'll be the first to admit it, it was the movement. Like I said, I don't really care too much about the movement. I didn't really think it was the worst thing in the world, but there's no denying that it's definitely clunky, you know what I mean? Like, I would rather definitely have Modern Warfare 3 movement, or Black Ops 6 Omni movement is, I don't know if I'd rather have Black Ops 6's Omni movement or Modern Warfare 2's clunky movement that it does have. But either way, that's definitely what I would say is the worst part about Modern Warfare 2022. I do also want to address the elephant in the room. A lot of people are probably going to be like, what about the maps? Because of Santa Sania Border Crossing, and then it also had that other, I don't remember what it was, but there was another map in that game that people was not a big fan of. I agree that they had some stinker maps for sure, but there was only like a couple. Most of the other ones were great. As a matter of fact, like Farm 18 I thought was incredible. Mercado's Las Almas or whatever, that was incredible. And then they had a Breenberg Hotel. There was actually a lot of maps that I thought were good in this game, so I do not think that's a downside to Modern Warfare 2022. See, this is what I mean, guys. I think movement is still needed. I just don't think it's as necessary as other people do. Because Modern Warfare 2023, I think the best thing about Modern Warfare 2023 is the movement. I think, besides Black Ops 3, this is the best movement COD has ever had. Period. I think it's really fluent, it's really easy to understand, and it's very fun, and it's just like, yeah, there's a skill gap there for sure. You can start to learn how to slide cancel, but almost everybody can get a hang of how it works pretty quickly and benefit from it, and it makes for a fun Call of Duty experience. The movement in Modern Warfare 2023 is definitely incredible, and it's, for modern CODs, it's easily the best in my opinion. Easily for Modern Warfare 2019 forward, I think this is definitely the best. As for the bad part though, this is a big downside, honestly, man. Freaking, this game would be so good if it wasn't for this downside. Every gun feels exactly the same. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. No guns have any sort of like different recoil patterns. They don't even have any different like firing sounds, really. Every gun has, even the fire rates feel the same. Like every gun in Modern Warfare 2023 just feels exactly the freaking same, and doesn't feel like you're really like experimenting or anything like that. They're just fine. They're all lasers. Nothing's changed when you unlock a new gun. It's just like, okay, new gun, let's go use it real quick. Oh yeah, it feels exactly like the SBA I was using this whole time. It's unfortunate, it really is. They did fix this with Black Ops 6 though, to be fair. I think Black Ops 6, a lot of the guns do feel a little bit different, but still a slight problem in COD right now, I think. As for Black Ops 6 though, the most recent Call of Duty, and I don't actually have anything written down for Black Ops 7, but since I have played it now, I'm gonna add something after I film this for Black Ops 7. Obviously, take that with a grain of salt though, because the game's not even out yet. But for Black Ops 6, I think the best thing is the camos. I know it's kind of a small point, but dude, Black Ops 6 sucks. Okay, so they got to take what they can get, man. And I do think their camo designs, oh my god, they freaking hit it. I don't know who was cooking in that kitchen, but let them cook again, because the camos in Black Ops 6 are some of the best camos we've ever got in COD history. Period. I think the dark matter in this game, probably the best dark matter ever. I'm not afraid to admit that. I genuinely believe that. I think yes, it's better than Black Ops 3. Like, if you don't look at it with rose-tinted glasses, I think Black Ops 6's Dark Matter is the best. I think it's great. Nebula's gorgeous. Abyss is arguably one of the best camos they've ever introduced into the game, period. The camos in this game are freaking awesome. I love them. I really do. Are they a little over the top and kind of kill the realism? Yeah, but I've never really cared about that when it comes to camos, because it's like, I don't know. I think camos are worth it when you're putting in such a crazy grind, to have it be so crazy and over the top that people are like, wow, that stands out, and it shows that you did something crazy. So I think that's okay. But yeah, I think the camos are definitely the best part of Black Ops 6. For the worst part, it's everything skill-based related. Now, I'm going to sound like a conspiracy theorist. Let me put on my tinfoil hat real quick, because here it goes. I believe in skill-based damage, and I believe in skill-based aim assist. And I know it's a hot topic to talk about right now, and a lot of people like to call people crazy for saying it, and you can go ahead and call me crazy all you want, man. I've been playing since Black Ops 1, and there's never been a Call of Duty where I've experienced so many moments where I shoot somebody and stop shooting them because they should be dead, and they're just not. It is ridiculous. There are so many moments. I have clips saved on my Xbox of me shooting people 6 times with a Jackal PDW, and then they shoot me 4 times. It literally says it in the corner of the screen, hits 4. It tells you how many times they hit you, 4 with a Jackal PDW. And it's like, wait, what? We're using the same gun. How did it take me 6 hit markers? And you can count them if you slow-mo it. You can count it with 6 hit markers when he turns around and shoots me with 4. There's something at play there. I don't know if it's actually skill-based damage or if it's actually skill-based aim assist, but that's what it seems like the most. That's what it seems like. There's definitely not just skill-based matchmaking anymore. There's some sort of other skill-based system that they have in check to make it so that you can't do too good if you start to go on some sort of streak. And it's scummy if that's actually there, and I'm pretty freaking sure it is. Again, maybe I'm wrong, and if I hope I'm wrong, man. I hope everybody comes to my comments and they're like, look at this, Mark, you were horribly wrong, you're an idiot, it was server issues, whatever, blah blah blah, you're a moron. I hope that's the case, because I do not want Call of Duty to go down a route like that. That is scummy, but it seems like it's freaking there, man, and it's sad. It really is. But as I promised you guys, I will mention a good and bad thing about Black Ops 7. I want to make this abundantly clear to take this one with a grain of salt, because obviously the beta only has been out for maybe 5 days, I think, and that's it. And I've only played 6 matches, so keep that in mind. Obviously, this could change drastically, but as of right now, I think the best part about Black Ops 7 with just the beta is the guns. They said they were going to make a bunch of new guns, and they pretty much did. There are a couple remasters. The MAA1 and the Rampart are both pretty much back. But wow, the guns are different and feel unique, and this is what I've been saying. This is why I kind of like futuristic Call of Duties. It's not, now since it's a slightly futuristic COD, it's not every single freaking year we get the PPSH, the AK-74U. We're actually getting new guns again, and it feels fun and refreshing to use these new guns that Black Ops 7 is bringing, which is great. I can't stand how we've had AK-47s in every Call of Duty. Probably 15 times at this point we've had AK-47s. Like, don't get me wrong, I like the AK-47 too, but I'm burnt out on it, okay? And in Black Ops 7, there's new weapons, and it's refreshing and fun to use these new weapons. I like that. I think it's a really good upside to BO7. But the downside is something that I see a lot of people actually leaving in comments, and I'm so far kind of agreeing with them. The game's graphics look like sort of like mobile game, man. It obviously doesn't play like a mobile game. It's way better quality than a mobile game, don't get me wrong. But if you are like that, like that's why I think a lot of people, like, they'll be like, this looks like a mobile game when they're in chat, because they're right. If you just look at it and you're not actually playing the game, it does look like a mobile game. It looks bland. The colors aren't like crazy, the graphics aren't that great or anything, and it looks half-baked almost, and it's weird. It doesn't look horrible or anything, and don't get, like, I'm trying my best not to just like be like Black Ops 7 sucks, Battlefield is just a better game, because at the end of the day, I'm definitely going to play Black Ops 7. You know, I'll play the game, I'll give it a try, and I'll probably enjoy it for a month. Like, I'll probably enjoy it just as much as I enjoyed Black Ops 6, which is not great, but I probably will. And so, you know, give credit where credit is due. And I think people are over-hating on it just because they're sick of Call of Duty, which, to be fair, I understand. But I do understand where this complaint is coming from. I do kind of agree that it does look weird. It doesn't look right. It doesn't look like a Call of Duty. It looks like something else, and it's just bland, man. But, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of today's video of one good thing and one bad thing about every Call of Duty multiplayer. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this. Let me know what other videos I'd see in the comment section down below. Check the links in the description for any of my other social medias or any of my other YouTube channels. Let me know in the comments down below what other videos I'd like to see. I think I already said that, but also I will be leaving a comment down below with my new YouTube channel, where I'll be uploading any sort of non-Call of Duty related gameplay. It's going to be no theme, no schedule, nothing. It's just a channel where I can yap, because as you guys can tell by the length of this video alone, I like to yap, which I want to apologize, man. I know that today's video is going to be really long. I can tell already. I was talking about most of these games for 2 minutes straight, and there's, what, 18 CODs? So if that's the case, that's a 36-minute long video plus the intro and outro. So yeah, it's gonna be a long video, and I want to just apologize in advance, man. I can't, dude. Sometimes I can't help myself. Sometimes I just can't help myself, and I just start freaking talking about stuff that just doesn't matter, and I just keep going on and on and on, and I apologize, man. I apologize, but that's why I made that new channel. So hopefully I can get all my yapping out on that channel, and this channel I can stay more professional, because I want to be professional for you guys, but I just freaking, man, ADHD is a killer sometimes. Sorry, I really am. I'm really sorry, guys. But either way, that is the end of today's video. I feel like I forgot to say so. Oh yeah. I want to just ask you guys, what do you oh, on that channel, by the way, when I say it's going to be like the most random stuff, I mean the most random stuff. One day I might upload a funny moments video with my friends. The next time I might upload a rambling video about some random topic or something that I see on Twitter. I'll never get into politics, because I just don't like politics, man. They just divide people. Like, it drives me nuts. But yeah, one day maybe I'll like talk about whatever, and then maybe the next day I'll do some sort of review or whatever. Just that channel's gonna be so random, and this upload schedule is gonna be random too. I just want to make that abundantly clear before people go subscribe there, thinking that I'm gonna be like uploading every other day and staying into a strict schedule. That won't be happening. So, but yeah, what are you guys thinking of Black Ops 7 so far, man? It's, like I said, the beta's been out for, I think, 5 days now. I could be wrong on that. Maybe it's 4 or 3. I don't really know exactly. I've played it for the first time last night. I played, like I said, I think 6 or 7 matches, 6, 7. And I didn't really love it, but I didn't hate it either. I was just like, okay, it's fine. It's definitely, in my personal opinion though, and it's not, I'm not just saying this because everybody else is saying this and I want to hop on the hype train. I honestly think Battlefield 6 is going to kill it this year. I think that not kill it into terms of like Call of Duty's dead, they're never coming back from it. I mean, like, Call of Duty's going to kill it. Like, oh, they're going to do great this year. I really do. Or Battlefield, my bad. I think Battlefield is just going to absolutely wreck house. Everybody's excited for it. I myself am excited for it. They look like they're actually promising like a really decent content upload schedule in that game. Like, they're already talking about like season 1, we're bringing search and destroy, a battle royale, new guns, new maps. Like, they're gonna be releasing content for people, which is a problem I think Battlefield has always kind of struggled with. It's like, yeah, they're good at first, but they can never really hook the players for very long. And so if they start updating the games and like actually giving us content updates and stuff, I think they'll probably be able to fix that problem for themselves. And I'm excited. I'm really excited. And it's the first time I've been like, oh my god, I can't wait to play that game at midnight for a long time. I'm a 25-year-old man. Most of, like, my days of being excited for the midnight releases are kind of over when it comes to most video games. And so again, like I said, man, this is the first time where it's like I'm actually looking for, like, I'm counting down the days, man. In 5 days, I will be playing Call of Duty, or Battlefield 6, my bad, at midnight, and I'm excited. I'm really excited. They're even having like a camo grind, and apparently the camos are going to be really realistic. I saw them, and they're on Twitter, And honestly, I do understand where some of the complaints are coming from. For a camo grind, they're definitely a little bit lackluster, but at the same time, I understand where the pros are in that too, where it's like they're realistic, you know, and they're not super flashy or over the top, which pretty much it's a good sign, honestly, because it looks like Call of Duty or Battlefield is trying to stay as realistic as possible, which is obviously what people want out of Battlefield, and it's looking like that's what they're doing with the Mastery camos. So hopefully that means that they'll never add so many sort of crazy over-the-top anime skins or Nicki Minaj skins running around the map in Battlefield 2. So it's looking good, is all I'm saying, man. It's looking promising, and I'm super excited to play it. I really hope it doesn't flop, and I really hope Battlefield puts some pressure on COD, because COD is making some changes, and I have a very good feeling that the reason as to why that's happening is because they're getting pressured by Battlefield. And so obviously competition breeds success, and it's looking great. It's looking freaking great, man. We already got a SBMM off playlist. We've been asking for that for years, and they finally listened to us because of Battlefield, and it's fun. The SBMM off playlist is way more fun than the SBMM on playlist in Black Ops 7's beta. That's all I've played, and it's freaking great. It's like I think, I don't know, again, here I am yapping. 5-minute long freaking outro. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna end it here. All I'm trying to say though is I'm excited for Battlefield 6. How are you guys enjoying Black Ops 7? I want to hear you guys' thoughts in the comments down below on the BO7 beta so far. My personal opinion, it's fine, but it won't be beating Battlefield. I think Battlefield will absolutely wreck it this year as long as they stay up to date on their updates. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. Das Vidania, and have a nice night.